corner and you move the little thing and you say, Father, I have sinned. The Bible said you must confess your faults to one another and confess your sins to who? So who are blaspheme? Remember said the name of Jesus is blaspheming. So who is blaspheming? No must be Father them around because they can't give sin. They are men like us.
So that means the text is not fully completed yet.
Alright, so we are going there.
There's some part in the community.
The last part of it, is going to. I want you to follow me now, friend. Look, alright, let me show you something. Look at Matthew chapter 25. Matthew chapter 22. The first part of it already gone. But the banquet table, and when you go to heaven, right now, it says the good man or the bridegroom is inspecting the guests. That means we are in the investigative period. Are we together? Alright, I'm going to go tell you about that a little more. But alright, so let me run with it. The Bible says that time and dividing of time. And we say a little prophecy going forward because we want you to know where we are today in history. So time is 1 year. Time is 1 year. In the what do you call it now? Ancient Israel history. 360 in a year is 360. Different from we have 365 days. 360 days make a year in the Hebrew calendar. So the Bible says a time. So if 360 make 1 year in the Hebrew calendar, 1 year is almost 360 days. Right? Now remember when you look at Ezekiel 4:6, it says I give you a day for a year. So when the Bible talks about a day, it means a year. Ezekiel 4:6, you have to have that with it. So so the Jewish calendar, the Hebrew calendar, 1 year means 360 days. So the Bible says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High for a time. And a time is what? No. 360. Alright. A time.
1 year.
1 year. A time in ancient in the Jewish calendar is 360 days. In our time now, it's 365 days make a year. No, sir? In the Jewish calendar, it was 360. So you get the 360 made 1 year in the Jewish calendar back then. Remember now, we are not talking about the present. We are talking about the Jewish calendar. We are talking about back there. Remember, we are looking at signs that already gone. Keep that in your mind. Signs already gone. So the Jewish calendar, the Bible says, he shall speak great word against the Most High, and wear out the saying, and the Most High, and think to change time and laws, and they shall give it unto his hand until a time. Now look at these words carefully. Time and times are two different. T-I-M-E and T-I-M-E-S is different. So when you read the Bible, you have to make sure you put everything in here. So the Bible says a time is 1 year. So in order to know this, you have to look at a little history and go back to the Jewish calendar. So alright, so go with me now. The time is 1 year, which is 360. So the Bible said, and he shall give unto his hand a time. Right? And move from a time and what is the next? Look at me. In the Bible here. Times. Alright, so you have 360 and the Bible now says times T-I-M-E-S, which is how many years? 2 years. Right? So the times, which is 2 years, is 720. Oh, you get the 720? That's right. Alright, you're with me. Alright, so that's 720. So you have the 360 and you have the 720. No, the last part of it is time and time until Anna divide. What the last part say? What is the dividing of time now?
Half a year.
Half a time. Half a year. And the half a year is what? 180. So when you add up, I want a good maths person now, add them up for me and see what you get. You're going to add up the 1 year, the 2 year, and the half a time. You're going to add up the 360, 720, and the 180. What you get? 1260. What is the 1260? Is the alright. Remember now that we said that this prophecy runs from 538 to, and that will give you how many days, years, days. How much did it give you? When you add them up, what you get? 1260. So from 538, now this is called the Dark Ages, when Rome captured the world and Rome want to have the world worshipping false doctrine and all those kind of things. From 538, so they slain about 50 million people, 50 million Jews during that period of time for 1,260 years during that period of time. Is that gone or still with us?
It's gone.
Alright, remember now that we said that the falling of the stars, the moon turning into blood, and the earthquake and all those great phenomena already behind us. No, sir? We said they're gone. The 1260 period is also gone. Revelation 13:5. Look at it very quick. Revelation 13:5. I don't want to film it very quick and let me read it. What it says.
Then.
Eh?
And there was given unto him a mouth.
Listen to this one. Read it loud for me, sir.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blaspheming, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months.
Alright. Revelation is talking about 40 and 2 months. What's the difference? Revelation 13:5 is talking about 40 and 2 months. Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Alright, let me make you get your maths grade together. Whether you have your maths grade in. Multiply. You are going to use the same Jewish calendar. Because the same Jewish calendar that applied to Daniel applies to Revelation. The same 30 days per month. 360 for the year. Alright, so the Bible says what? What the Bible says? 40 and 2 months. 40 and 2 months times 30. Give you what? Do it quick. What did he give you? 1260. Alright, are we sure? Are we together? Anybody not get here? The same 1260 you multiply. The Bible use months this time on a Revelation. But he used days 1 year, so in a Daniel, right? So when you multiply it with the same Jewish calendar, you end up with Revelation and Daniel is talking about the same period of time, the same 1260 period. Now, who you come by for Ezekiel 4:6? Why are we using a day for a year? Because the Bible mentioned day. But it also means when you do the calculation, you end up in using a year. Ezekiel 4:6, and somebody else find Numbers 14:34. Two passages, quick, one with it. Ezekiel 4:6, Numbers 14:34.
Ezekiel 4:6. And
Yeah.
when thou hast accomplished them, lie again on thy right side, and thou shalt bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. I have appointed thee each day for a year.
So wait until you say. Alright, who have Numbers? Numbers 14:34.
Numbers 14:34.
34.
After the number of the days in which he searched the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall he bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and he shall know my breach of promise.
Alright, so when you are doing this kind of prophecy, you have to follow what the Bible is saying. A day for a year. And it says what? A day, it talks to Ezekiel and it says, when you turn on one side, a day for a year. That is prophecy. The Bible says, and we read the same numbers they're talking about, a day for a year, same day. So when you calculate days in the Bible, you have to apply the prophetic times to it. Because the 1260 year is not 1260 days. It is 1260 years. Right? That Rome persecute the Christians back then in those days. From 538 to 1798. Right? And all of this that we are talking about is behind us. Right? They are behind us. All this gone. So when people tell you, say, why it's on my band, when I say things are happening, it's just that our eyes are not awake to these kind of events that are going around. Right? No. Yeah. One other thing before we move that is behind us. And we are going to take you to Daniel. Right? We are looking at the second coming of Christ, but in details this time. We are looking at where we are leading up to the second coming of Christ. And why people talk about, from the band, years to God come. You can tell them, say, look here, things are happening. Follow the Bible. It's just that you not knowing what is going on, but things are happening from generation to generation. Alright, so you are going to look at Daniel. Daniel 2. Go to Daniel now. Daniel chapter 2, we are looking at Ezekiel, Daniel, right? When you want to know about the different kingdoms and all those kind of things, you look at Daniel chapter 2, 37, 38. Who find it? Quick. Daniel 2, 37, 38. And we are looking at.
For thou, O king, art a king of kings. For the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. And wherever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven hath he given into thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over them. Thou art his head of gold.
Alright, I want you to bear in mind what the Bible is saying. Bear in mind what he said in the last part, the head of gold. What do you think we are driving at now? When you talk about the head of gold, where do you think we're going? The image, right? Remember the image? Remember that image there was something substantial, right? That image there was something for you to take in consideration, because this image portray or give you all the different kingdoms that rule the world from way back when, from ancient times. That is something to consider. The Bible, anything you see the Bible mention, you need to consider them. Right? And we are looking at the things that already passed and the things that will come, because I want to reach the point that the things that will happen, and we have a short time. So Daniel chapter 2, and you can read it when you go home, you can read the entire part. So I'll give you some additional notes. Daniel 2, 27, 38 talk about the head of gold. We're talking about Nebuchadnezzar, who ruled Babylon, and he ruled from 606 to 539 BC. Babylon is considered to be the head of gold. Daniel 2 now, go down to verse 39. What it says now. Continue, verse 39. Who taking up from, remember, Nebuchadnezzar them come off of the scene, right? Are you with me?
Yes.
Nebuchadnezzar come off of the scene. We know that, right?
Yes.
Alright, Nebuchadnezzar gone. Verse Daniel 2:39.
And after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth.
Alright. So it says that and I'm going to give you some additional note as well. Who did take over from Babylon? Which kingdom? The Bible gives you some different kingdoms that rule the world coming to present. Alright, so you have Babylon, And then remember when Belshazzar was in there drinking and carrying on and going on that kind of thing, what happened? Who come in and move the river Euphrates and come under there and beat them up and kill Belshazzar and take away the kingdom? Which kingdom did do that? Media Persia. Are we together? King Darius and Cyrus, right? Come in and take over that king. Remember that Media and Persia didn't have the children of Israel down there for 70 years. And remember at Darius they signed the agreement, the covenant to release the children of Israel to come back, to come build back the wall that Nebuchadnezzar had tear down and burn the temple. You remember that? Oh, no, not that. Listen. Alright, so then, alright, so the chest and arm of silver, Daniel 2:39, the Median Persia, 539 to 531 BC, he was also called the bear, while the Nebuchadnezzar was called the lion. Now, I want you to bring to your mind that the gold is more important or expensive than silver, right? So you find the head, Nebuchadnezzar was there at the head, and the Bible tells us why using these materials, which one is greater, coming down to the one that is not so important. So we have Median Persia coming up, right? Daniel 2:39, and then you read 39 again. Look at 39 again and listen carefully. Who come up after Median Persia? Looking at kings and kingdoms that pass, gone. Who will rule Greece? Alexander the Great. Is Alexander with us here today? In the gone long time. Babylon dead gone long time. Median Persia gone. They were taken over by Alexander the Great. Right, and he was called the leopard, right, from 331 to 168 BC. And the four wings there, look at Daniel 7 verse 6, the four wings was his four general that take over after him gone off of the scene. Remember, he died at a very young age, 30-year-old man there in those times. So the Bible is giving you the kingdoms that rule the world coming down right here with us here today. Alright, so we are looking at Daniel 2 now and verse 40. Who come in after that? Daniel 2 and verse 40. We have Babylon, we have Median Persia, we have Greece. Who come in now? Verse 40. Daniel 2. Come with me, who have it?
And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron.
Alright.
For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break into pieces and bruise.
Alright, so remember now that the Bible said that after the great tribulation what will happen? This kingdom ruled during the 1260 period and stamp and carry on and beat up and over kill 50 million Jews were killed under this administration of Roman Empire. Right? So you know that this, and if you notice, the Bible never called no name. So what you have to do now is look at what are some of the characteristics of this power. Right? So we look at Rome, and Rome come to a climax in when? Which time we say again? 1798. That's all? Right. Remember, so we say Rome ruled from 538 to 1798, you know. Right? So 1798 gone a long time. So Rome lost the power. Right? Rome lost power right there in 1798. No, we are going a little further. Look at Daniel 2:41 to 43. Right? Look at Daniel 2:41 to 43. Read it very quick. Daniel 2:41 to 43. Where we are, we want to show you that all of these things, when people say nothing happen, things that happen and we don't know, and we don't pay attention. Daniel 2:41 to 43.
And whereas,
Yeah, go on.
and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, So the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with marrow clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Alright, so we are coming down now to present. Right? Now, I want you to pay attention to something. Rome lost control of the world in 1798. But did Rome extinct or come out of existence?
No.
Is Rome still with us?
Yes.
Alright, I want to show you something. I want to look at the book of Revelation. Go on to Revelation. When Rome lost control of the world, remember now that the Pope was taken into exile, taken into captivity and exile and died. That's 1798. It means therefore that Rome lost control. Rome didn't want to rule the world. But God in His wisdom never make it happen at that point in time. Now the Bible says, so you have to now look into some of the symbols while you know who we are talking about. And remember, we start out, for those who come in a little bit late, we start out by telling you to look at Isaiah chapter 28, 9 and 10. Isaiah chapter 28, 9 and 10 talking about line upon line and precept upon precept. Here a little and there a little. Means that we are going to move from one part of the Bible to the next in order for you to understand what is happening. Alright, Rome 1798 came about and Rome lost control of the world. Right at that point in time. How does the Bible place it to let you know that Rome lost control over the world? Revelation chapter 13, and when you look at verse, let me read verse 2 for you, because Revelation chapter 13, you know, is where we want to go to tell you where we are. Right? So we are going to start from verse 2, and it says, and the beast which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power. The dragon is representative of who? The devil, man. But the dragon, the devil, right? They call him all kind of name, you know, Satan, dragon, murderer. You put it, right? That's what he's talking about. Right? But if you start from verse 1, verse 13 says, chapter 13, verse 1, and I stood, John says, I stood upon the sand of the sea, saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. This beast here is referring to kingdom and powers. 7 heads, right? And 10 horns. They're talking about kingdom. Different kingdom was ruling during that period of time. So while certain the Pope was and Rome was taking control of the world, it's like some countries when they take over certain countries, there are about 3 countries that never involved with them. They want to deal with them at all and try to fight them out of existence. And they broke war upon them and